Michelle Naranjo, Editor-in-Chief of Auto by Tel in the Mercedes-Benz booth at the Los Angeles Auto Show. And who are you?
My name is Will Vetter. I'm the Assistant Product Manager for AMG for Mercedes-Benz USA.
And what do we have behind us here?
Behind us we have the debut of the SLS Black Series. The Black Series is essentially as concentrated of performance as you can get from AMG. This is the 5th chapter of the Black Series story, and we're super excited about it.
It's absolutely stunning. What's new?
Well, basically, the Black Series is what happens when you let engineers build what they want to build, and maybe take some of the practicality out of it and build a full-on track car. So essentially, this is a street-legal car, but it's as close as you're going to get to our GT3 race car as possible. They pull a ton of the technology from the GT3 race car to not only lighten the car up, but of course make it faster. I mean, the 6.3 engine now spins up to 8,000 RPM with 622 horsepower, and that's normally aspirated. So that's an awful lot of work that these guys put into, but to come up with a car like this.
Well, it looks great, and I bet it sounds great too. So can you tell me what went into this to make it, like the technology, all of that makes it what it is?
It was about lightening up the car and making it higher performance. So when you're pulling in technologies from the GT3 racing program, it involves a lot of carbon fiber and carbon fiber reinforced plastic. So things like the torque tube, which mates the engine to the transaxle. On the standard series SLS, it's made of aluminum magnesium. On this, it's made of carbon reinforced plastic, which takes about 40 pounds out of the car. We've gone to a battery, which is a lithium-ion battery. That's another 17 pounds. You can, if you want, as a customer, you can delete the entire telematics. So no radio, stereo, speakers, or anything, and you get basically a blanking plate. There's 13 more pounds. Carbon reinforced plastic hood, which again knocks weight out as well. And then it's about the dynamics. So they've widened the track of the car at all 4 corners to give it a better grip to the road, and even changed the way that they suspend the engine and transaxle, lowered it to the ground to give it a better center of gravity, but also put in they use gas reinforced struts on the side so that actually when you're dynamically turning from side to side, you can manage where the engine and transmission are so that you don't lose any of that dynamics to the rock. It's really a lot of amazing technology put into a beautiful car that you see here.
That sounds like a lot of really impressive stuff in there.
That's for sure.
What can you tell us about the GT that's sitting over here behind us?
New for 2013 is the SLS GT. It kind of builds upon what we learned with the preceding model, and it's for that customer that wants to go a little bit further in the performance category. So we've blackened out the trim, made it a little bit more sinister. You can get an interior that is all leather and Alcantara with red stitching. Really, it's kind of for that customer that leans more towards the higher performance side. The engine has been tuned to give it 20 more horsepower and change the dynamics around its throttle control. Transmission has been made more responsive and a lot snappier. And then as far as the suspension, it has a special tune of our adaptive suspension to really give you that track performance.
It's a great looking car as well. Still an AMG, but on a really popular luxury SUV for families is this GL behind us. What can you tell us about that?
This is an entirely new segment for us. This is our full-size GL, which is a 7-passenger SUV. It's actually the truck of the year for Motor Trend this year. And building upon that, our customers have always asked for more AMG and more segments. And you first might look at a full-size SUV and performance and say, do these really go hand in hand? And in all actuality, they do. When you think about the performance segment of SUVs, it didn't exist until Mercedes-Benz made the ML55 back in the 90s. So we're just taking that knowledge and moving further up into a larger scale vehicle. So it's 7 passengers. It has a twin-turbo V8, 550 horsepower, 560 pound-feet of torque, can do 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, but still hauls 7 people, has all the safety features and drive dynamic features you'd expect from Mercedes-Benz, and a fantastic look, as you can see.
It's great looking. What are one of the things that's great about the GL is the interior. What are some of the trim details on the interior that make it AMG?
We actually have a full Diseño interior as standard. So the leather for Diseño is hand selected. It's actually special bulls that are bred in southern Germany, and it's the stitch work. So you have contrast stitching inside, different types of woods. You can have piano black lacquer, or you can have burl walnut, carbon fiber. So it's really about trimming it out. So with the GL, really all you have to pick is the exterior color and the interior color, because we've pretty much optioned everything else possible into it.
That sounds fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Will.